He said, the fools. It's only that God is promoting him into sudden destruction. There are people in Nigeria who very soon will enter into sudden destruction.
Amen.
And it will be a surprise to the world.
Amen.
How soon they are gone.
Amen.
And how soon they are forgotten.
Amen.
Amen.
The promotion of fools is their destruction. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Jesus.
We are looking at the disciplined Christian. This will be like part 2. The disciplined Christian. The disciplined Christian. Previously, we have defined to you the word discipline. And we said that we are concerned about conduct mostly. And not in the meaning which talks about perfection or career as a discipline. So I said that discipline is the practice of training people to obey rules. The practice of training people to obey rules and code of behavior. Using punishment to correct disobedience. That discipline is the practice of training people to obey rules and code of behavior. There are codes of behavior, how you should behave in any given circumstances, which is acceptable in every sphere of life. Whether in church, as church people, whether in business, whether in any field, there are codes of behavior. So discipline is the practice of training people to obey rules. So when you say you are disciplining people, you are trying to train them to obey rules and code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. So you can find out in the dictionary different meanings of the word discipline as relating to behavior, code of conduct. And God cherishes good behavior. That is why he said a good name is better than what? A poor man with a good name is far better than a useless rich man with a very bad name. Everybody know that he's a blood drinker, human killer. God said a good name is what? Far better than a very rich man who is an evil person, who has a very bad name. Recently, in one of the African countries, there is this man that the country trusts so much, and they want him to be the president of that nation, to unseat the president who had been there for many years. There was a minister that came from that country to preach here recently. It was a tug of war, but all the people were in unison and they voted for him. And it was very, very clear. So the commission in charge of elections in that country declared the man as the winner. And the incumbent president as the loser. You see, there was spontaneous joy from the south to the north, from the east to the west. Very big nation, vast nation in landmass. May even be far bigger than Nigeria, but not in population. Now, so much joy because they trusted the man, that the man will be able, from what they have observed from his character, to give them a better life. On the day that he was sworn in as a president of that nation, as he was giving his inaugural speech, he was attacked and he had a stroke. But that is not the news. As soon as he had the stroke, the whole nation began to cry. I received a lot of videos of people crying and rolling on the ground, wailing that this is our hope. Oh, they are trying to destroy our hope. They were crying. He did not have money to share like Nigerian politicians. They would share billions and upon billions. And then I see bike riders crying, falling out of their bike, wailing, all tears, from street to street. And somebody sent me the video. It says, see these people crying as if their father died. The man had not yet died. The only thing that he had is just a stroke that prevented him from continuing the speech. And it was a great disappointment to his people. The reason is that over the years he has built a very good name among the people. He did not die. I think he has recovered and has continued as president of the nation. And they are expecting, if he failed, that means he has failed the millions of people who so much trusted him. It's not like Nigeria where you vote for another person, they will announce another person. Those things only happen here in Nigeria. You already know the winner of the election, but they will delay the result for maybe 1 week. The result that you have already known, and then announce a different one. Those ones only happen in our country where there is indiscipline by the people in authority who are actually saying war against indiscipline. But they are indisciplined. Rascals. Group of lawless people. Liars in power. There are some early deficiencies in discipline that can follow a person all through his life. For example, a child that grew up without parental discipline, grow up in schools where there is no discipline. Whether you come late, whether you insult the teacher, whether you don't know. Such child grow into a man or a woman without discipline. An undisciplined person is a disaster to himself or herself and everybody around in the society. Because an undisciplined person can do anything. Can be loose, can be careless. So, 3 areas in which discipline can be built into a person early in life is through the parental discipline, the school, the educational system, and the religious body, the church, where discipline is meted to people. The parents, the educational system, the church. In Nigeria, when the church was in charge of every school in Nigeria, any child that passed through the schools in Nigeria was already disciplined. A church is supposed to be the place where characters are molded, where people come out and refined, where discipline is enforced. The church is meant to be the light of the world. So a church person in a position supposed to give rest of mind to the people that he has authority over, that is going to be disciplined. So the characteristics of a disciplined person does not have the show of favoritism to any person. He rewards everybody according to what? Their ways. That is the characteristics of a disciplined person. If a disciplined judge is sitting on the case of his son and they find the son guilty, he will send him to jail. Don't be carried away with the false integrity that they use for campaigning in Nigeria and say Mr. Integrity. But when people who are thieves in the other party, they camp to his party, they are left alone. A disciplined person does not favor anyone against the rules. He enforces the rules. If you are ignorant of the rules, it's not an excuse, because you are supposed to know. In a church setting, there are rules, and you need to know them. It is better you know what you are expected to do and not to do than not to know them. It's better you know how to behave So as a Christian, how are we supposed to be in the realm of our discipline as a Christian? Some time ago, I was being told by Bishop Myers, Robert Myers of England, how the present Queen was talking to Great Britain. I was telling them, well, you always think that I am enjoying, but the discipline of the office is too much for me. She said, I was born, she said she was born as a princess. And by the time she was a girl, she had become the queen. Because the one sitting on the throne is God. And so she said, when she was a child, she had been trained. That's what we're telling you as discipline, that is a training. She had been trained on the way she will behave, on how to sit on that throne, because they know she will sit on the throne. The code of behavior or conduct were given to her. So she was saying that she would have preferred not to be a queen. So because every other person lived their normal life, that she had no life to live, that she only lived by what is written. As a Christian, we are supposed to live by what is written in our book. What our master says. So she was saying that, for example, nothing on earth will make her branch a fast food to buy something, or go to the market, or go to a boutique. It's a forbidden for the queen to be found in any of those places. It's forbidden for her to have friends that she will visit. The queen visits nobody. Only official word visits. So let me just go and play with my friend. For where all your movement is written down. Her Majesty, this morning you will be receiving the President of Ghana by 8 o'clock. And by 11, you'll be receiving the President of the United States. And by 1 o'clock, you'll be having a meeting with the Parliament. And then you'll have lunch with the heads of states that are here by 3 p.m. And by 6, all the first ladies that came for the Commonwealth will be having dinner with you. They only read the things to her. And then there are people there who will tell her, 30 minutes to go, man. Now, you have to change to another cloth. So the people in charge of clothes will bring. They said, now, it's time to move. And it's going. So she said, what a life. That they tell me when to sleep. I can't sleep when I want to. There's no way. You can't sleep. By 3, you have to be in the air to meet so person. There's no way you can sleep. Let's move now. You think it's a small thing to keep up with everything. Some of you only see the enjoyment. Oh, there's enjoyment. Some of you can sleep. Some of you are just coming to church service that starts by 8. That is how undisciplined you have become. An indisciplined person who does not follow time. Comes to occasion whenever. African have what they call African time. African time means no time. Everything can be any time. That is why Africa is the most backward continent of the world. Because any time is no time. Any time is not what? It's no time. No time. Because you don't have any time. Backward continent. The poorest people in the world lives in Africa. Somebody can have a mighty mansion built with over $1 billion, and there is no road to reach it. He swims through water to go to that mansion. It only happened here. Unconscious nation. Oh, God have mercy. I wish I'm not from this part of this world. God have mercy. In a nation where the winner of a presidential election has been declared, and on Saturday we will still be voting for the president. God have mercy. A supplementary presidential election in more than 4 to 5 states, 6 states, where they will be voting. Yet, the president-elect has been declared. If there is supplementary election, then the election should be declared. We'll be waiting. What is the essence of still voting when the president has been declared? It's not a waste of resources. Voting, we go on in Lagos, the River State, in Anambra, in some parts of Bayelsa, and several parts for the presidential election on Saturday. Then I ask myself, which presidential election? Is it a new one or the one that had been declared? So it pains me that I am from this part of this world. Those who know me always tell me that I'm not supposed to come from here. I said, where am I supposed to come from? I said, because the way I talk does not look like I'm from this part of the world. It grieves my heart that we have rulers who call darkness light and light darkness. It grieves my heart that we have rulers who call white black and call black white. Wicked generation. Very bad example for our children. I remember one man that came into limelight by a slogan, one man, one vote. He is the champion of 1 man, 1 million vote right now. Not knowing that he was just playing the people to get into the limelight. Wicked, terrible generation. It ought not to be so. People should know what you stand for. And you should be able to die for what you stand for. Nelson Mandela have to be in jail for 25 years. For what he stood for. He doesn't need to be in jail for 1 day. It's only for him to just tell the government, and I will not fight for my people again. And they will give him money, give him honor. But he said, I prefer to die in this jail. And he was there for over 25 years. And came out. The wife has become old while he was in prison. And when he came out, he only did 1 term All the people asked him to continue. He said, no, let another person still take over. I'm getting old, let me rest. In Nigeria, a 85 years old man who had never been in prison for us, we don't want to rest. I weep for my nation. He was in prison for almost 3 decades and came out and then became president of the nation just 1 term and left and never came back. Influenced nothing. And you tell me that we are at the same level of life? Probably it is when they were creating this side, it was the animal brain that was used. You need any person to tell you that a man at 75, 80 should sit in front of his house reading newspaper and asking children, say, what did they happen for Ring Road? He should not be the one carrying the cutlass and pursuing people in Ring Road. For the nation. But a 35 years old young man can be the president of France. France and Nigeria, which one is a great country? If you are looking for a job, they can tell you that master's degree and 8 years experience. But if you want to become the president of Nigeria, the only thing you just have to have school cert. So the job in one small company and to sit over the nation Nigeria, which one is bigger? We live in a very undisciplined nation. Terrifying indiscipline in our nation. A nation without rules. A nation that is set for an anarchy. So we don't have example to give. The good men are being killed. As at last week, the governor of Kaduna State have issued a statement that they should demolish all dunamis churches from Kaduna State. He said because the pastor is against him. And you will ask, how is the pastor against him? Somebody say, God have mercy. So, demonic influence, demonic manipulation, and foolishness are the tools that makes a lot of people to be indisciplined. Some of our rulers are possessed. And it's the demons that uses them. Because demons like blood. So they use them to cause mayhem. Army youths carry gun and kill and send the army to shoot at sight. Many of our rulers are possessed. We pray that God will have mercy on Nigeria. Now we're going to concern ourselves with some different aspects of life that a Christian ought to maintain discipline. what I wrote down the early hours of today, if we can't finish it, maybe some other time, or it be in the iCard. Different aspects of life in which a Christian should be disciplined. Number one, the mouth or the tongue. Every Christian should discipline their mouth or their tongue. I want you to say after me, say, Lord, help me to discipline my mouth. Help me to wash my tongue. Say amen. Most of the careless talkers today are Christians. Most Muslims cannot talk against Islam. Most Muslims cannot talk against Muhammad. True or false? Most Muslims cannot talk against their imams. I'm yet to come across tattered Quran. They value the Quran. They don't drop it on the floor. If you drop it on the floor in their presence, what do they do to you? You'll be soup. James chapter 2, verse 2, verse 5 to 8. James chapter 3, beg your pardon, verse 2 and 5 to 8. Now, verse 2 says, in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in well, the same is what? And able also to what? To bridle the hope. To be able to control, to put under control the whole body. Once can control the mouth or the tongue. Verse 5. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasted great things. If you see where the people are boasting here, what they will do to you. And if you arrest them later that what you said I've come to pass, I was just joking. It's not me. Oh. Say, I will kill you. Say the person you said you will kill have died. He boasted great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindled. Some people it was just a small matter, but they use their own tongue to what? To put what? And the house began to what? To burn. And they burned themselves, burned their family, burned everything away. You say, and the tongue is a fire. The tongue is what? So do you have fire inside you? Yes. If you do not control it, it will burn you. It will burn your family. It will burn people around you. Because this fire is inside. It needs to be controlled. Kept with it. If you let it loose, You say a word of iniquity inside the tongue is a word of what? Iniquity. So is the tongue among our members that defiled the whole body. It does not take 1 second before you are defiled with your mouth. Where are you coming from? You say, no, I just went. No, okay, what did I told before? No, I don't go anywhere. I did backyard. You have just been defiled. When you are looking at the higher killer, set it on fire. Now, verse 7 and 8. The tongue can send somebody to the fire of hell. As terrible as hellfire, the tongue can kindle a hellish what? Fire. For every kind of beast. How many of you have been to a zoo before? Yes. Did you see lion in the zoo? Elephant? Gorilla? Do you know that lion, hey, that is there, roaming around a plane, people are waving and they say, whoa, whoa. It's very dangerous. Yet, human being cash out a lock and there. In the morning, they come and give you food. Every beast, every kind of bird, serpents. How many of you saw snakes in the zoo? You say they can be what? Tamed. Man can catch them, even put them in the house and tell and say, I will deal with you, and put them for cage. The snake will be there, will not be able to come out and bite any person again. But the tongue, no man can what? It is an unruly evil, full of what? Deadly what? If some people vomit their poison out here now, you're not going to say whether they don't go to church since they were born. If they begin to vomit poison against the pastor, you will wonder whether the pastor has ever prayed for them before. Mouth. Tell somebody, say, keep your poison to yourself. Hide your poison. You see, there is poison inside the tongue. Not be me talk about. Like, I be in order your Bible. No matter how you're born again, he said the poison is still what? So, what are you supposed to do? To discipline what? But if they do, you make you talk. You say, you're not going to talk. Lie. You not go what? I'm not going to answer her. You say, useless woman. You said, answer her, man. He said, no. I don't know how to talk. The other day we were going to Port Harcourt. And this driver, he called to tell the woman, as if vibrate, he said, I know well. So the other people, they say, the driver not well. There's no way he can drive us from here to Port Harcourt. He shout for, as I look on that, I know well. I know where. Child, there's so me and Pastor David fear. This person went nowhere. Wala be this. David come and say, he don't come out to. I say, okay, and they come. He said, we cannot follow. He confessed, say the mad, oh. And the madman is the driver. You are God, oh. He shout for the woman. You the crazy? Because I they look you. I know well, oh. All of you useless drivers. I know well, oh. The senior driver, they call and call. She don't call me. I know where. And they tell you. It don't provoke Waiting with the matter. Come. He said, no. Not look into the matter again. I just manage myself. I know where. I'm telling you. Is there any person that is sick here? See, if my own grace start here, you go run up. Just a look your sins. How many grace people do we have here? Glory be to God. I was told that the president went outside the country and said, out of every 5 Nigerians, 1 is mad. How many are we here? Is there any mad person among us? No. Maybe in their own region. But Nigeria is very big. In their own side, we have plenty beggars. True of us. Some pastors will tell me, why are you talking like this? And you know that your messages can be, we are live on YouTube, Facebook. So some people don't want the truth to be said at all because of fear of death. Fear of what? Because when killers are in power, so everybody's afraid. Those who used to call Jonathan monkey are not able to call a lion. When a lion is on seat, will you go and say lion and be putting hand in the mouth again? No. The monkey is resting. I'm very happy. Your Christianity is useless if you are known as a quarrelsome woman at home. Quarrelsome woman at the business place. There are people, once they close the house for their compound, every other neighbor will lock the door. You would call the children and beg, come in, don't come, trouble has arrived. Everybody will lock. When they roar, all of them will fear. Lioness. Lion. You say that they fear you. They know they fear you. They are only being disciplined. And they are avoiding the foolish person. They don't want to be mad because if you are betting, some of you, your bedroom, their backyard, true of us. Some of you, bedroom, their backyard. You are betting. Some people, their clothes not even be door. For some kind of bedroom. When they put the cloths, they can cover the door, they're going to bait. I like those kind of bedroom. But God help you. If a madman happen to come to backyard and take the wrapper, then you will run out and be pursuing him. Say, give me my wrapper. Then we say, see 2 mad people. Will they recognize the one that is really mad? They say 2 mad people. So when you notice that this neighbor is mad, you will maintain because you know you are well. You are not mad like her. You are not mad like him. Then they go to pose, say that they fear me. For this area, hey, then they fear me. He says, see, they're not lock their door. Then they fear me. Nonsense. When they come out, they don't know that it's mad. And people who are aware, we run away from home. That is mad. May you not be one of the mad people. Just running. In Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1 and 2. Proverbs 15, 1 and 2. It says, a soft answer turneth away what? But grievous words stir up what? Anger. Discipline your tongue. He said the tongue, verse 2, of the wise useth knowledge correctly, aright, but the mouth of fools poured out foolishness. How do you know a fool? Listen to how he will be talking. It's not by the cloth that you wear you will know a fool. Sometimes money mistakenly enter the hands of fool. So it's not about money. The way the person reasons, the way he talks, you know that this one, now what? The fool. I used to have a friend, came to me one time, say, "Aye, Pastor, good luck, Jonathan. Now you be the head of Boko Haram." I did it. I just, from that day, I knew that he is what? Confirmed. Because if he's aware, the difference is like day and night. Christians, there is no record anywhere in the world that any Christian or Jew put bomb for a body or enter market. You don't see before? Say, he killed himself with people. We don't go for suicide bombing. So how will he recruit them? This guy is a Christian. People you are talking about are Muslim. An average Muslim see every other person as infidel. That is why in 2015, they were preaching in their mosque that all of them must vote out the infidel. It's only in the Christian circle that we have fools. So vote out the infidel. So no infidel will be allowed to rule Nigeria. These were Simons in the mosque. Some of you will have come across them. But here, no. The foolishness is high. That man also told me that his only problem is Goodluck Jonathan. And as I see and so, once Goodluck Jonathan come out, Buhari enter. He said he could give me money like water. Like water, like water, like water. The money, 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 money. I saw him last year. He was trekking along this express, Lagos Road. So where are you coming from? I said, went to check somebody. I said, how things? He said, no transport. You don't even get money for transport. I said, okay, I have somewhere to go. I quickly left him because I don't have money to give. He has become poorer. Don't be hasty to talk. He has become so poor. Looking terrible. Why are you not coming for fellowship? Say, transport. Yeah, go see her. Say, my wife don't give me money. I don't see anything. Say, even our pensions, I don't see. I said, but life is better now. Your man is in power. I said, for where? He has forgotten that he told me that he will become very rich. Woe is a man who put a trust in a man. We get any person where we want repair Nigeria, I mean they want repair there. Where are they? You work on repair. Now you carry bullion van, they share money. Eh? Not be you are ready to steal maybe times 1 billion of what you shared. That's all. Politics in Nigeria is just to make money. You are trusted, trust none. Our politicians cannot be trusted. One man was a governor for 8 years under PDP. And he became a senator for 4 years under PDP. And he was a commissioner under PDP for. Oh yeah, so since 1999 till last year, he has been in PDP and has become very rich. We were even told that he had billions in his account. So when they wanted to arrest him, he defected to the Righteous Party. I don't know the name. And as soon as he defected, he said, he now enter campaign, carry microphone. Say nobody should vote for PDP. Say they are all thieves. They have destroyed Nigeria. What is he trying to tell you? That him has what? He's telling you indirectly that him has what? He has destroyed Nigeria. So how do you know a fool? Let him talk first. So and I concluded that the man is what? A fool. If he's not a fool, he wouldn't have talked like that. So we have many fools in power. That is why you can't see anything working. The wise people are out. Wise people are outside. When Nigeria gave Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala to be president of Nigeria, but she can be president of one bank, but not Nigeria. The person that have to be a president of Nigeria must be an illiterate. They will be looking for a certificate, testimonial. It will be with military, or it will be with the NEPA office, where we have many professors. God have mercy. I say, God have mercy. I don't think we are matured enough to be an independent nation. Number 2 aspects that you need to discipline is your temperament. Somebody say temperament. I have met a lot of people who were proud that they have hot temper. Is there any person here that have hot temper? You talk for yourself alone. I can show you many, but some have repented a little. Since we know they preach now, I know they see better changes of some of them. So when they put the I am for corner, the yam must. You want to shift my yam, and they worry you. You don't know say that worry I come from. Worry not they carry last. Proverbs 14 verse 29. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding. He that is slow to what? The person where not the quick the verse. He get what? Get wisdom. He get understanding. So if you turn the verse upside down, what do you think? The person where he quit the verse. But there are people who will be boasting of it and they warn you and get hot temper. They are not ashamed. And that person will say he's a Christian. He said, he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty in spirit exalted what? They promote foolishness. May you not promote foolishness. Vice President. Who is promoting foolishness among them? Who is supposed to be president? Professor of primary state. Minister of Education. Bachelor's degree in accounting. assistant minister of education, professor of education. All those things only happen here, where they promote foolishness. Foolishness is what? Is exalted in high places in Nigeria. So when the man came into office, he was so confused. He said there will be no jam or me. He will cancel this one. He will do no, he will not cancel again. So much confusion because he doesn't really know what he's doing. Whether he was thinking that 2 plus 2 is 10. I have scrapped this one, I have scrapped that one. I later discovered that the whole budget in our nation for education, the budget for feeding school children was times 10 than the budget of the whole education center for the one of feeding children in primary school. That's why I tell you I'm not supposed to be here. So make you the pity for me for being here. It's like I'm in a cage. Praise God. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 9. What did he say? Did you hear that? Be not what? Not quick the verse. Because people, when they quick the verse. Now people, when be fool, now they quick the word. The verse. For anger rested in the bosom of what? Of fools. So if you know like that, you have to tell anger, say, I don't want to be a fool. Don't disgrace me. I don't want to be a fool. Go, go, go. Do what? Go. Anger. They go. I am a wise woman. I am a wise man. I don't want to be a fool. One lawyer, the Christian lawyer that was about to marry, around us here in this city. How do they call her? Whether fiancé or what? Fiancé. So the fiancé visited one afternoon. So small thing, she versed. You know, like some of you. You versed. You versed. As she versed, she carried the television. Wow. After the verse come finish, she can say, I'm sorry. You tell the television that you are sorry. Television, I am sorry. Very sorry. Carry television, boy, scatter the house. The man, the lawyer, called my friend and then say, I want you to thank God with me. God has just delivered me from tears. He said, praise God. I thank God. He said, I will see you later. I will brief you very well. He said, that girl, when I tell you, say I could marry, God don't deliver me. Oh, praise God. Not because whether they marry. Now, Satan. He said, I not talk anything. I just tell her, I said, oh, I hope you are not injured. He said, no. It's okay. Be going. Be what? So far you don't wound. He said, Pastor, you know, say I tell you to make you they pray for me whether not the will of God. He said, now, the will does show. This one day, if he just break my head, before people will come, I don't die, don't they much worry. So God, I thank you. God, I thank you. Maybe after 1 week, the sister go wear perfume, they come like this. Brother go say, where are you going? Say, I came to see you. Say, I know deal. I travel. Say, but not be you at the seaside. Say, not be me. Oh. I don't travel. I know what? I know day. Now we go to suffer am again. Pastor, say, pray for me. Don't know why. Disappointment, disappointment, disappointment. Then we'll go begin to pray. Father, we cancel disappointment. We cancel disappointment. He not tell you how the disappointment take come. Oh. Say, break television. I said, Father, disappointment cancel. Say, Pastor, pray well, pray well. If I really marry, I go so sit for this church. Father, not so any seed. Don't worry. Anger rested in the bosom of what? Of a fool. Number 3, avoid pride. Avoid what? Is there any pride person here? Okay. Person when you correct, say this is where you do it wrong, cut the verse. Where did they worry him? Pride. Because no, you have done this is not good at all. That is not enough to be angry. You have to look at it. Okay. I thought it was good. No, not at all. They just swell up face. Pride. You have to discipline yourself and tell yourself, humble yourself, put your shoulder down. Work like this. Or some small boys when don't smoke, they don't put hand for pocket bend like this. When they see you, elderly person, they come, they want if you hit you, come off a road. The nonsense. No say. You see, like Papa John, maybe he greets a boy of 15 years. He might be well done and say, Can you imagine? He answer and say, what? There you go. Because he say, no, any person reach me. Any person what? Nobody reach me now. Nonsense. If they know, they know who I be. One boy was a Unibank, told me that before he go finish, that time Navigator Jeep was raining. He said he will be cruising Navigator Jeep. I said, that's very good. He never buy him till now. He has been out of, even he and the wife in a family house they live. He never even rent his own house yet. Navigator what? They use them for a mama house with a wife there. The worst thing that can happen to a person is to marry to your mother and father. You don't marry come out, you marry come. What a life. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5. The reading 5 and 6. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Ye all be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For God resists the proud and giveth grace to the humble. Humble. Tell somebody, humble yourself. Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exhort you in what? If you exhort yourself, promote yourself. Tell your neighbor, don't promote yourself. Humble yourself. You know, you can have spiritual pride, natural pride. You can have inherited pride. Maybe the father that gave birth to you was a very pride man. He can't do your blood. Even though you know the see tissue clean your yanks now, you are still what? And not be money they make people pride. Oh, I know some people where get small thing where they're very humble too. They have riches, plenty. In their account they can have billions. But if you come here, you not go what? You don't go no. And so tell you say, so person with this. This man what with a year in name. You just sit down for one corner, just stay there. But the pride one, he go late, come church. Go come wear shoe. When he make one leg, say cram, then people go turn. He take the other leg, cram. He don't say late, come on. Chrome. And the pastor is preaching. Everybody call the look and as the preacher. Everybody turn to run. They come, they show them the new cloth when they wear. They work a crow. One woman tell one man, he say, you they talk to me, he come pull his slippers because say, you are not up to what? People say your husband there for call the name of the person. You know how well. In few years' time, they were the richest in our community. In few years' time, they have become poor. They have died. Poverty killed them because they can't stand the level they drop from. If you are poor, no problem. But if you rich, come poor, no easy. When they drive you on a convoy, when they carry your bag, you have servants who you can't drop something. You cannot eat, not to talk or pay those people. You go know as life be. May it never happen to you. It never happen to you. May it never happen to you. If you not get chair for your house, you not gonna know how chair look like. You not get table, you not gonna know how table look like. But if you don't get table before, don't they eat for table, you come begin eat for grand. You go know the difference between table and what? And grand. You know. In a short while, they vanish. I was with my uncle, Barrister Edivri, in Lagos, one day in his chambers, and somebody was calling, and they called the name of the son of this man. And now they called and said, maybe try to come and beg for something. Say, things are very hard for. I say, who things hard for? He said, son, what? Chief, so, son? They say, no chief again, no. Forget chief. Things are terrible. Things are what? I'm talking of the place where they go watch color TV those days. They will carry outside. When they go press the remote, who go say that we should be this so? Kai! First they decide. They just do one thing. The thing just change. Oh, say this one. Wait. The only TV where they see that time now, the one where whether you wear yellow, whether you wear red, everything they do willy like this. But when he go drive, come like this, bring one big TV color, the whole children. My father goes, so you are not going at I go pay person. So that thing, they don't need you, we have your own. Don't worry about that one. When you grow now, you buy, you with the Lord tell me, say, Who knows say we will come get money sef? See, he was asking himself, how many television do I have? He was telling me that he too used to go and sit and watch. He said one day they not drove him. Say you go out. He said, pay now. I passed that compound some time ago. Grass. I've taken over what? The place. Whatever you think that you have that will make you feel anything, whether it's knowledge, whether it's spiritual grace. Before we quote anywhere, you already know, you don't already quote. I say, wait, they talk. I know him. I know one man like that. His name was Pius. We can leave the other name. Before he can, this Bible song, a living dog is better than dead lion. Is better than anything. When trouble enter, all those people where they quote not stand. He died like a mad dog. So I was asking that as he quotes this thing upside down everywhere. He does not need to hold the Bible before he quotes it. The day that they even went to carry him mortuary, they discovered that the mortuary people have sold his tongue. His children. The burial was cancelled. They started to start the case. Terrible. Ended very disastrously. When you will talk to this man, he will not take correction. In our parents' church in Port Harcourt then, he had money, he had influence. And this Bible, what's it there? Pastor, there's nothing there. I know him. One sweep swept him off life. The rate that poverty came like heavy storm, in a short while he was dead. Tell your neighbor, be humble. Pride does not make somebody to be honored. What brings honor to people is humility. Somebody say humility. Somebody say humility brings honor. That is why in Proverbs 15, the last verse, Proverbs 15 verse 33, so the fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. Before honor is what? Before you will begin to receive what? Honor. You have to have what? Humility and not pride. As a child of God, learn to deal with pride. How can he just talk to me like that? He hold me. No. Don't be a whole all the time. Try to be half sometimes. Are you hearing me? Sometimes you just say, yes, I am half. I am not whole. He hold me. Do you know who you are talking to? Do you know who I'm talking to? In my place, they will say, I can lock you up and lock up your whole family and nobody will be able to bail you. Is that what the riches are for? So I will lock you up and lock the whole of your family. Just build your own prisons and be locking people there. Somebody say amen. Say louder, amen. He said pride goes before a fall. So may you not fall the fall of pride. May pride not push you from where God has placed you. Humility. Next, this should be number 4. Be disciplined concerning money. Concerning what? This one. Oh. After all, you will quote that money answereth what? All things. So why should I be disciplined concerning what? Money. No. Anyhow. Will you do anything to get money? Say, yes. Anything. Ah, this money I must get time. Hey. I must what? This money I must what? By what? By any means. Hi. Including where you kill your mother. You kill your father. You kill your brother. You kill your sister. Or you kill your wife. Or you kill your son. So far you get one. Or you carry 2 guns at night. I'm robber. You break people's window. So your life or your money. Hey. 1 Timothy chapter 6. And in verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Godliness with what? Godliness with what? Is what? When a Christian who is satisfied with what he has per time, the level that he or she is per time is a great gain. You know things can be better. You know you can go higher. And there's all possibility for you to go higher. But just now, it's only 1,000 I have. And I am okay. Contentment. Godliness with what? With contentment. When you want to see how people will change mount, whether they are really people, put money. So God's handmaiden, Dr. Becky, and then she said, in parts of their place, when any young man bring a bride home, say, you want to marry this bride to be home, want to marry this girl. What the parents of the young man will do is to leave money anyhow, carelessly, everywhere. And they will go away and tell they should take care of the rooms and all that. But they know the amount, they know the whatever they put in anywhere. Maybe as he's cleaning, we feel that the thing is so careless, they may not even know. And pick some. And then they will tell his son that wife where you want to marry a chief. No what? No marry him. We say out of the money where we put. So when we count last night, we can't drop like this. So miss come out. So don't worry yourself. It's a thief. So when you are able to discipline yourself with money, let me tell you this. Anyone who can be faithful in the matter of money can also be faithful in many other things. You doubt? Anyone who can be faithful in the matter of money can be faithful in many other things. The one can tell you, oh, the balance is 2 naira. This is the change. If you send some people message, they know they bring change. The change, now you just send them now their salary for the wages for the message. Buy me Coke. If the change is 200, that is your gain. They will even say you have forgotten. So don't return. You don't give any reports. Recently, a pastor was telling me they lose their church. They come drop the wood. They are trying to sell them because they decide to make a different structure. Then one of the associate pastors, on behalf of the bishop, had sold some of the woods. So when the other pastor asked, he said, hey, I beg, the food we take and eat, we don't steal for anything. It's the bishop away. Don't worry. Now you want to tell her. And the pastor was telling me, say, can you imagine this? He said, now I tell and say, if Bishop asks me, I will tell him that you have sold some wood out of the wood. There's no way I'm going to lie. He said, you don't do righteous. You don't do this one. He comes them. You just do but the righteous for nothing. Very unfaithful. The other pastor so that they pay him. This one that is talking with me so told the church not to give him anything that he will live by the grace of what? Of God. The one when you see they pay so, that is say what? That's the still wood. No still wood. Don't satisfy. How much? Maybe 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Will it solve any problem? He said, day for queue. Some of you now will give you seat. If not vote, you they go vote. Buhari, they give people seat. You go there on that song. Then they go bring 1,000. Say, vote against your mind. You collect. Do that song 4 hours. Never reach your turn. 1,000. Can you even pay for your standing? When you take them up for your house, you just collect. So you have put your hand here. You say this one. This one where I reach my hand, I give my own. I thank God, 2,000 reach me today. In those days, they used to go to village square to share salt, mangi, and onions. Now that they package them, they go put the picture of the person. They go they take and they stone the people. The people too go they fight for this. Our people fully show. They go they fight. They go they push each other down. They press for 2 cups of rice. Somebody will come get hand dislocation. Wait till they dry. Kai. Tell your neighbor, be content. Be satisfied with what you have. For we brought nothing. Somebody say we brought nothing. Verse 7, we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain that we can carry nothing out. And having food and cloth, be what? Be satisfied. You see food eat today. Don't go steal. Now look at verse 9. We are stopping at verse 10. But they that will be rich fall into what? They fall into temptation. All these riches, they bring different kind of what? Temptation. So there is temptation that comes with more money. Not to talk of the one you did not get by right. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and snare, into many foolish and brutish lust, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all world. Why are they killing people in the election? The love for what? Is it because they want to come and help you? Help the masses of Nigeria? Is that why they are shooting and killing people? No. The love for what? Money and power. Finish. Is the root of all the evil. Let them say that the person who will rule will not have access to any money. Whether we see somebody who will contest election. They're going to beg people. Please come and contest. He said, they say that my own money I will come to they go Abuja. I don't feel so. You will be see and they will be begging people. For the root, the love of money is what? The root of all evil. is the root of all evil. That is why we have kidnapping. That is why we have armed robbery, prostitution. Hence men killing people every day because they want to take over their lands and have more money. For the love of money is what? The root of all evil. Which while some converted after they have erred from the faith. If you begin to convert and lust after this money, you fall out of what? Of faith. He said, many have erred and fallen from faith and have pierced themselves with what? Many sorrows. Many what? So think of the one that killed his father. Can he ever escape judgment? You kill your father. You kill your mother. You kill your brother. You kill your sister. Or you carry women pints and you use their destiny. Pierce themselves with what? Many what? Sorrows. Many. Because of this. So my prayer for you is that you will not be carried away by money. Riches. There are riches that cannot be quantified with money. How can you value a man full of the Spirit that today will be in heaven if he sleep, if he fall asleep? Can money grant you access to heaven? At the riches, spiritual riches, that the man knows God. So Luke chapter 16, you can put it on the screen. Luke chapter 16, verse 10 and 12. Luke 16, verse 10 and 12. He that is faithful in that which is what? He that is faithful in small. Somebody say small. Are you sleeping, Mr.? You are always closing your eyes. Are you praying? Be looking at me. Don't close your eyes again. Shine your eye at me now. If I see any of you close your eyes, I will come and spray you perfume. He that is what? Faithful in that which is what? Least, that small, is faithful also in what? In much, when they have plenty. They say, Pastor, the reason why I know the pay time, the money not they rich. Lie. The reason why I don't feel contribute anything, the money not they rich. Ask me any person when their money they rich. Ask Igbenedion whether your money rich. He that is what? Faithful in that small. God will already confirm that that person will be faithful in what? When they have plenty. He that is unjust in the least is also already unjust in what? In much. When they have plenty. That's okay. So next verse, verse 11 and 12. If therefore you have not been faithful, this unrighteous, ordinary money, you're not faithful for it. Who wants to give you the gift of the Holy Spirit? Will you not trade with them? So, Mama, okay, before I prophesy for you, you give me 17,100 naira. I know which I won't take the 100 naira too. Ah, blood of Jesus. Not let the sun go down before you bring the money. Now lie, oh. He has started selling what? The gift. So if you cannot be faithful with small money, Who will carry the weight of glory and give it to you? That you pray and the blind eye open. Paralyzed person get up. You better go and meet the devil, but not God. So that is why many of them go to the devil, because they cannot be faithful with money. If you are unfaithful with your righteous, bring the number verse 11. If you are unfaithful with your righteous mammon, who will commit to you your trust, the true what? The true riches. Money is not everything. Why should I give you my father's house, my father's mansion, when you are unfaithful with what? With money. That's all. You see, when God really bless me, I will support the church. Why can't you start from 500 and 1,000 now? So that God will be sure. Who will give you the true riches? You answer that one for yourself. Discipline yourself where money is. This one is tight. This one is what? Yes. This one is my seed. This one is what? My seed. Now, verse 12. And if you have not been faithful in that which is another man's, somebody give you a business. So beg. He give you a estate to manage. Give you a company to manage. Give you a ministry to manage. Say for waiting. And so far I come. When I was walking, some people called me and say, now walk, you can't walk for this Port Harcourt. When I was still working in the oil industry. He said, no, if now walk, why you not be for village? They clear. That will not be walk. He said, that money will come for, they carry the money. They carry what? I said, I can't do that. He said, you are a fool. He said, if we take like 2 paint, make you write what? 10. You see the remaining 8. We don't already get buyer. He said, then you go take 70. We go take what? 30. So within a month, you don't buy car. 2 months, you build your house. He said, even the company not going to say something they lost. After all, we use them. And he said, that is the wisdom of God. So that is why God, they give us his hands. He said, I suffer, I will kill you. They carry Bible. Now that Bible you go chop. That Bible they can carry for what? Drop the Bible, Jare. I go throw away this Bible for the river. They talk money, they carry Bible. But they are all called Christians. Are they really Christians? Be a disciplined Christian. When you are doing another person's own, do it the way you will do your. Then God will what? He go give you your. He said, if you cannot take care of another person's own, he not go give you your own. That is the meaning of what you know. They say, huh? He said, how can he give you your own? You spoil another person's business. You want to collect your own. Oh, wait, he cannot. Is somebody blessed at all? Yes, we can preach the other way too. I tell you here that God is changing your life. The Lord is blessing you here. And somebody lift your leg and shout hallelujah. You think I don't have it? Then you're going to jump, you're going to drop in faith. But I only preach that if the Lord also asks me, because there is a time for that. When you prophetically put things in the people's life. These ones are the foundation. So in a church where foundations are not laid, forget it. Do am rubber come. That's how they dance, they follow and they go. See that money be this? I got this alive. I got this alive. Hey, you are the next new elder. And he just robbed somebody. Inside the robbery, they killed 2 people. Then you just say, Pastor, I bring 1 million for you. I just say, praise God, Robo, Yamaha, Suzuki. I see you going higher. Go where? To where? Inside the armed robbery. I see you going where? Hey. No higher anything, no. No higher. When I see some young men, they preach, they sweat, they coat, they bring out water. I tell you, the Lord, no problem. We'll meet for the other side. God will judge all of us. We judge all of us. Say, Pastor, not even they encourage us with his preaching. He just tell us, it's now. We are jump up and shout 7 hallelujah. Give somebody a high five. I say, oh, the Lord is on the throne. And the people are excited. The place full, 10,000 members. The church is dry. Money is coming anyhow. Does it mean that we are not progressing? I know. I know people who came here empty. Today, God has blessed them. You just heard the testimony of Sister Mary, who was carried here, cannot stand, cannot. Now where you live and there you go meet her. But God has changed that now. Not only that, she just received favors. That also follows also favor. Because the Lord told me that those who will follow you to support you, I will bless them with riches. So don't think that I am preaching poverty. He said, I will bless them until they become millionaires. That when you are looking for millions, the people around you will have them to bring. But these things that I am teaching you is a foundation for righteous, godly riches. Godly what? Riches. Righteous, godly riches. Some of you, so you are just pretending. My God has blessed you. There are some of you, you are playing monthly only dara of 50,000. Contribution weekly 20,000. Before, you know the sea road like that. True of us. Some of you have built houses. Our brother there have built one, have built two. Today I say after service, I will call somebody and say, when we start building this, when we start this church building, you built one house, you built two. This one, we are still what? Building it. Are we faithful? All of us. All of us are still building. Why? Among us, people have finished one, finished two, going. You know, that's why the Bible says, God with whom actions are what? Weighed. Weigh the actions. When you say, now let me take, let me go just carry on for head. I mean, people they carry church for head for that. Okay. No, carry on for a year. Or carry on for a year. One day God will say, you too, I've followed you. As you don't want to carry God on and church on the head. Okay, I think we jump one of those one and let us look at this one. How to discipline yourself in the church of God. In what? How you discipline yourself in the church of God. I think, let me mark these other ones that we have not talked about. 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 15. You can put it there. Wajo hiro hemena wajo hiyo hevo ere Jeswata. Wajo hiro hemena wajo hiyo hevo ere Jeswata. Some people don't know that there is a way to behave as a church person, in the church, among the brethren, and as a church that you are when you go to your business, when you are everywhere. There's a way a church should behave. Every one of us is a church. There's a way it should behave here. There are rules. Nobody will tell me how I will live my life. I will tell you. But if I tarry long, that thou mayest know how thou oughtest to what? You hear and there. If I not quick come, make you not come, they do anyhow. Make I tell you down. Say as they travel. So that you go know how you supposed to what? To behave thyself in the house of what? Nobody will tell me I will live my life. No. Any person they feed me, nobody will control me. Then you have become a bastard. You have become what? So that you will know how to behave thyself in what? In the house of God. Right here where we are here, and when you what? You move outside to your compound, to your business place, to your school. You carry the church image what? Along. You make sure you carry what? The church. You carry it along. So when people look at how you are behaving, they just say, this one must be a born again. Oh. You don't need to tell people. Must be a Jesus person. This one, you know, agree for that one and they talk. Oh, this one, he holds church. He carry church for it. Don't worry. You are not there. They are already telling that you not go out. You don't go agree because they know how you behave. People are not sure how you behave. No. That is why we said here in the church here, there is time to stand up. That is pattern of behavior. Are you hearing me? There is time to lift up hands. Let's lift up our hands. Why, Pastor? Will lift hands. Okay. Just lift one. That is the spirit of pride is already eating you. A pattern of behavior. Children of God, lift up your hands. You just what? Lift up your hands. Say, no, make I lift one. Say, hand my hand. This pattern of behavior. So when you are around, you behave yourself. You do what? And that is what we give you honor. Hey, you think that when you stop on, they're going to honor you. A laugh. You know that. Our mommy know that. I and Bishop Jonathan Laho, we met somewhere in a fellowship. And we used to treat ourselves as friends. One day I just told myself I should be treating him like a father. And he has seen it. So I now, instead of relating us, you know, I went to his father's burial now. But all those times, we just friends. When he wanted to move from Benin again back to Port Harcourt, he had to tell me to tell Honorable Sunday to arrange vehicles for him to pass. Because I was the president of Full Gospel, vice president of Full Gospel, while Sunday was. So I changed my behavior towards him. And everybody now knew that the way I am carrying him, I'm carrying him like a father. Is he not aware that Dr. Paul is there? You think he's not aware? He always asks me of Dr. Paul. So when did you go to Abuja last? Sometimes when they say, I said, no, I'm off to Abuja. Hey, when I get anything there again, I said, yes. How many of you were here on Thursday? That he came with his wife and his pastors without invitation. Some of you think that it's pride that make you to get honor. There are many others people that they may invite him and they will not even go. They say that one. When they talk to them, they look up. Not me and him. I'm not around. I was wondering, why did you come? I didn't say you should come. I just to pray for my people, bless them with the spirit that God put for me on my birthday. I know they do, but I said, I came to bless you. God have mercy. Pattern of behavior. Behave well. When usher tell you, say, sit here. I know they sit there. Say, sit here. Say, God punish you. That means you see for this church. God will deal with you for me. I think that means they put eye for this church. Behave well. It is the senior pastor that appointed the usher. When you are disobeying the usher, you are disobeying the senior pastor. But no, you have to show. And here I won't sit down. And even if God come, I'm not going to get up. Don't worry, God will not come. You are too small for God to want to come. He will not. He will not. He will not. Don't worry. Continue with disobedience. That will not lead you anywhere. Some of you in the choir, I'm not sure, Esther, I'm not sure you are able to lead. When they give some people authority, they don't know how to use it. You put the authority down. Because you are putting the authority, no. Sometimes you come late. Now, in some churches, while the pastor preach, the leaders of the choir who sings in the microphone that have been selected, they don't sit down. They are just waiting on the microphone. Because they don't know when they will begin to sing. In some other ones, I have told you here before, when the minister come up and he said everybody sit down, it doesn't mean he has asked the choir to what? To sit down. The choir to know that they are sitting down is when he has started quoting scriptures. But you will never remember because you don't. You see that today I was singing and the microphones were empty. We were sitting. You don't know that it's a privilege to be in the choir. The time will come that when we sack all of you and you now see new people. And then that time you say, but we have been here. Why is it that we call them back now? There is cool things that have to be done well. I learned from my father in the Lord, when he comes up, everybody is up standing, the choir is standing. When we are seated, the choir is still waiting. And the instrumentalists start playing and they start singing. They continue their song until they give them signal. God's word today is this. And then they know. Now they are aware that if they give a striking testimony, it doesn't need to tell them to what? So that they burst into praises. Because you are used to your pastor. You know what he wants. After they share the wonderful testimony, miracle has just happened. The choir is dancing or everybody is dancing. Who will tell you to sing? Not like that. Except say, okay, it's okay now. What were you even saying? There's a behavior pattern in church. You have to carry it. Somebody say amen. Well, I will do my own. Some of you, so I have not I'm not yet to know you. You know, there are people, the time you want to greet is when the service have not started. That is not the right time to greet a pastor. How are you? You chop come. Anna. No, that is not the right time. When the service is over, you can greet your pastor very well. But that is the time that some people, before we just share the grace, we just carry the in Jesus' name. Surely, goodness, it always there. Now yourself you dey do. You are just doing yourself. That man where be they break pot for them. Where they call Papa waiting. Where don't die. So when he papa somebody and papa the person to death that time. How many of you remember when they arrested him? The thing was on news. It was in the police station. The police force in Edo State have to call the head of PF and say, now what for now? I never see any of them. On a man they here. So, you know, the head of PFN now called a god chairman of PFN. Say, I have just received information that our man is in trouble. So he said the police should give the phone to the man. So they gave the phone to the man and said, which ward do you belong in PFN? They say, God. I can say, you don't know what you are saying. Who? He say, who is your coordinator? He doesn't know. So give the phone back to the police that we don't know him. So the police will say, we don't know him. When there's sandpaper and finish, he not take before he die. He still there, so. He just, when they brush up, the matter, we reach the Inspector General of Police. So. When he managed come out, he don't get power again. Small time, boom. I don't think they are breaking pots again. The time that he's supposed to join, and because they will tell him not to, that pot breaking is not good, he refused to join that time. When it was in trouble, he's calling. Una no go come police station. Una no go come take me. Who wants to come now? It will be phone call that they will call. Say, that man you are holding is our man, and we are coming with our lawyers. And whatever you say are done, let's meet in court. But you can't keep keeping him there. All of us in this country, we are behind him. But no. So when you go to church, don't remain a visitor. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't remain what? Because some of you are permanent visitors. You just come, you play with your baby. Baby, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? This might be not the let me see road. And then the service is over. You are gone. Does the pastor know your name? No need. If they call me tomorrow and there is Sister Anglican, I say, don't get any person like that for our church. So he said, no, he said you be pastor. He said it's Anglican. He said, pastor and me, Anglican. He said, oh, don't get any person like that. I think you will say that the pastor is wicked. Not wicked though. One day I was called. So they won't deal with one boy. Where the desk. So I have to go. And I was telling the man and the audio were. And this boy is a member of our church. What did you say? Do you say the suspect and say he's still? I said, well, this boy is a member. For stealing, I'm not going to say whether he's still or he's not still. He was there. There are some people that I can say he didn't steal. You know, the other time I went to police station, I was telling police that Brother Goodluck cannot what? Cannot steal. I don't know what is wrong with you people. This one cannot. I said, but this one, whether it's still or not still, Pastor not we talk that one. Because see leg it bent. I say, but now my member in the try. Say, but for thief side. Now the man say, Pastor, you are a good pastor. I like as you talk. Because you talk like that, I could say alarm. Make this continue to stay for this street. Because you're not defendant. I say I'm not being defendant. I'm not sure for you will. And to come church, not say maybe not still. If it's the Holy Spirit the leader, I not go see. But the way they see I, it's not too good. You don't know, say that one boy when they come church here, now he break my ceiling, jump inside here. It is say Central Bank there for inside that place. He no see Central Bank for Ring Road. Though. When I come, they break there. I say, Holy Spirit, who do it? He said, now SAS. Say, SAS? Foolish boy. Not be thief, they take what you want for this place. One, they beat him, this place swear. You tell me, say, Pastor, I know they steal. I say, yes, you know they steal. That place break. Mm-hmm. No, you just say, Pastor, they don't think so. You know they steal. Who climb here? Who they check inside whether I leave dollar? Because I decrease. Then I go leave. I don't decrease like that. Better money, I go leave and there. I go put her inside my anus. This is money. You kill me first before you take him. And you know if you kill me. He do and finish it, they wrong. I say I want it for wrong. What did they pursue you from church? You say me? I not run. I say, you know what did they pursue you? Come back to church. Stealing, not good. Though. He say, I say, no, I'm not talking anything, but stealing is what word. Be careful. Because if hand meet you, are not there. First time, a bakery here. Next time, a generator matter. Then they now say they don't want to see her in this world. To see him in this world. Now make up driver so. Stand on your feet. Because the boy tell me, say he want to remove poverty from his family. That boy, so you know what he tell me? He say, make I pray for him because he want to remove poverty. Now by stealing, you tell remove poverty, come on for your family. Chai. Tell somebody, let God touch your brain. Now when God touch your brain, you will remove poverty. You can go get with it. One boy that time, now he do this thing for Shell. Speed breaker. Before he finished for Unibank, he was already a multi-millionaire. He told them he can manufacture it. It will record your speed and it will warn you when you are speeding. You know, it was in a Ibrodes car. And he recorded the speed and the safety department had to warn him that time. So he told them that at my level, safety department remove it from my car. So that there will be no warning again. He said, what nonsense? I have not queried all these years. One small boy now. Why did he even do this thing? I going to come out of my car. So he was telling us then. But that boy has become what? Rich. He's still any person something. Why did God give you brain? I mean, a fish all you get. The brain where God give you, is it for stealing? Is it for quarreling? Is it for fighting?